What's happening? You know what it is. Black Star Guidance, PSG. You know who it is. Black Star. Thank y'all for coming back. Hope all is well. Of course, it's a beautiful day out. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button for me. Help me out. Get me in this algorithm of YouTube. You know what I mean? If you haven't already, you can also follow me on Instagram at Black Star Guidance. And you can also follow me on my personal Instagram page at CEEOH_BSP, as well as my TikTok personal page, CEEOH_BSP. Haven't made a Black Star Guidance TikTok yet, but it's kind of intertwined with my personal, so that's why I give that one out. Anywho, again, hope y'all having a beautiful day. Just want to tap in with you guys like I do. As promised, I'm going to keep it a whole lot lighter. I know, the last one, the tone was light, but it was a serious subject. This one here is going to be, way lighter. This one, I mentioned something about this in the very first video, just, talking and kind of giving you a little background about my spiritual journey. And it's a pretty, I guess you could say, big topic now. Like, it has popped up and been a lot more talked about as of lately. It's kind of almost like a trend, and that's the twin flame journey. I'm not really gonna spend too much time on what it isn't. I'll spend more time on on what it actually is, and what it was for me, what it is for me. Just as far as it even goes, like, I had no idea about it. I had no clue what the twin flame journey was whatsoever prior to, I would just say, last year. Last year, I was completely oblivious to what that was, never heard of it. I had heard of soulmates, but I had never heard of twin flames. So once I finally heard of it, of course, naturally, you do your research. You don't just take what you hear. You do some diligence and find out information for yourself. So that's what I did. And, along the way, I found that, it's a lot based off of just, the soul. It's a spiritual thing. It's more of a spiritual connection over, anything else. And within this twin flame journey, along with your life journey, it's like a journey within the journey. You know what I mean? It's never toxic. Yeah, you have your hardships. Yeah, you have your tough times, but nothing about the relationship embodies toxicity. Like, for me, when I first came in contact with my twin, again, I had no idea this was my twin. No idea about it, nothing whatsoever. I'm out for schooling. I'm doing some schooling, and I'm trying to, advance myself. And I hear this name. And when I hear this name, like, it sound hella familiar. Number one, it sound hella familiar. Number two, it was like, I felt that. Like, I felt when the teacher called the name of my twin, like, I felt the power in the name. Like, yo, what the hell? Couldn't really understand it. But when she walks in, I see, just her aura. I can feel her aura. She goes and, signs up, put her papers down or whatever. Make long story short, she sits down. This is probably about 30 minutes later. We're sitting directly behind each other, but she's in a whole nother row. I turn completely around because I'm just feeling the vibe, the pull. I turned around. I look at her. She look at me. And we don't know each other from a can of paint, but it was just like this familiarity when we locked eyes, and I smiled, she kind of smiled, and I turned back around. You know what I mean? From there, of course, I had already known her name. She already knew my name based off of roll call or whatever. And from there, like, it was just like a magnetism. We was stuck like glue. We was in a course. It was a short period of time. And when I say within that short period of time that we was there, 3 weeks to be exact, within that 3 weeks, we spent a lot of time with each other. There was a lot of familiarity with this person, just, you know what I mean? Being around her, the energy, the thought process, actually seeing myself. Like, I really saw myself within her. Like, you know what I mean? Just the strength, the power, you know what I mean? The determination, the grit, you know what I mean? Of who I am, my DNA, you know what I mean? I saw that. And again, after doing more research, I found out that what that is just, you know what I mean? That is the other half of your soul. Your soul is so powerful, so big, that it has to be placed in 2 bodies. And doesn't matter what age, you know what I mean? No age difference matters. When you find your twin, there is a magnetism that, you know what I mean, is unexplainable. It's pretty much the yin and the yang, how they are opposites, but they magnetize each other and fit so perfectly together. They harmonize each other. That's essentially what the dynamic of the twin flame journey is. It's a highly spiritual one. You know, it's not easy. It's not something, you know, that everybody gets. And, you know, reason being is because, you know, it takes for you to be able to confront your inner demons, number one. It takes for you to be able to look at life's perspective and look at it in a different way, and be able to allow your life's, you know, traumas and whatnot grow you, heal you, and expand you. Because your twin is your mirror. All of your past traumas and hurts and whatnot, they've gone through the exact same thing, just in different way. So their interpretation and understanding and dealing is going to be totally different from yours, but the exact same situations that you've dealt with in your life are some of the same things that they've dealt with in their life, or are going to deal with in their life at some point. And you know what I mean? You not knowing that, you can do things within the situation to kind of create a dynamic. Well, I mean, there is the dynamic, just period, point blank. There is a runner and a chaser. Once you figure out, you know, just doing a little research, what the positioning is, and you figure out just, you know, it's a twin flame connection, more than likely, if you did it first, you are the one who is the awakened one, you know what I mean? And that has a lot to do with understanding that this twin flame journey it's not about the other person. It's about you. It's about understanding that inside of you, you have 2 energy sources. You have a divine feminine energy, and you have a divine masculine energy. And most people's energies are blocked in some way, shape, or form. Either their divine masculine is blocked, or their divine feminine is blocked, or it's distorted, or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's about getting in tune with both of those energies first, getting in balance with those energies first, and beginning to expand consciousness, expand, you know, I mean, just on spiritual basis, just on perspective, just on the way you look at things, the way you've perceived and interacted with your twin, you know what I mean? It breaks down so much. It opens up so much within you that it's a very intense journey. It's extremely intense. And again, for myself, I know I kind of chopped off where I was talking about, but just for myself, when I met her, not knowing all of these things, I didn't understand it. I felt the connection. I knew it was strong, but I couldn't understand it. And I was the one who was more in tune with just the connection in general. I didn't know what it was, but I was just more in tune with the connection. And after our class ended, we went on about our separate ways, but we kept in contact. We kept in contact heavily for a nice little span. Like, we talked every day for hours for at least about a month and a half, 2 months. After which, you could tell that things were at that point where it's like, okay, we know we feeling each other, we know we like each other, but where does it go from here? You know what I mean? And like I said, there's a runner-chaser dynamic because of the intense connection. I didn't really understand, again, the whole dynamic of it, but I had known at that point that she was my twin. I wasn't 100% sure, but I was aware of the possibility that this could be my twin. You know what I mean? And the further along things went, like I said, we got to a point where it's like, okay, are we going to do this or not, or what's going on? That's when she ran. And for a little bit, I chased. And that's what the twin flame dynamic is about. I was running from things that I needed to take care of before, union can take place. She was running from things that she needed to take care of before union could take place. And with me chasing, it's blocking my abilities to see what the real spiritual point of the twin flame journey is. It's for you to heal your issues. It's for you to take care of those past traumas, those past issues, pretty much everything that I've spoken about somewhat throughout these videos, to actually, get more in touch with your authentic self. You have to be in your most authentic energy for you to be able to even merge your energies, your divine masculine and feminine energies. You have to be in union with yourself first in order for you to even be able to pursue such a high magnitude of a spiritual, connection. Because again, this is the other half of your soul. If you are damaged and this twin comes, you mess around and damage your twin, and you know what I mean? It's so much more that comes along with it. So it's very important that the outcome about the twin, once you figure out you are a twin, that is, I'm not really too stuck on the outcome. I'm saving space for this person. I know this person is a part of me. I feel this person's energy around me. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to focus my energies on that, because I'm not trying to create a stagnation in my life and create stagnated energy between the both of us. Because what you feel, your twin feels, and what your twin feels, you feel. You don't understand it, and there are going to be moments where you don't even quite understand what you feeling. Are these really even your feelings and your emotions? Some cases, those are times where you feeling your twin. You can feel body pains and whatnot. Those are some signs sometimes that you are feeling your twin's emotions. And one of the best ways to clarify that is to meditate. To meditate on figuring out and separating your energy from, is this my twin's energy? Where is this energy coming from? It's just the main idea. Figuring out where this energy came from. Once you look into where that energy came from, you can better decipher the origin of it. Did it come from me, or is this an outside energy source? And because this twin flame journey is it's highly spiritual, you guys share gifts with each other. So again, it's important that you really are in tune with yourself, because you have gifts, and with those gifts you have a mission. And if you're not in mission, and if you're not fully accepting of your gifts, and walking in your faith, then the journey is going to seem that much longer to you, because you're focusing your energy on the person as opposed to the journey and the joys of everything that this journey is going to unlock within you along this journey of the twin flame journey, as well as to help benefit you in your long shot life journey. You know what I mean? Soul's journey. The journey goes hand in hand with everything, and it's very intricate, and it's not just, again, something that everybody is gifted. You know, I'm not going to say that not everybody doesn't have twin flames. I don't know. But I can tell you, just based off of my experience, that the uproar of so many twin flames, you know what I mean? Like, some people are, you know, kind of setting themselves up to have their heart broken because some of those people that they think are their twins may not even be their twin. It may be their soulmate, it may be a karmic, you know what I mean? All within that. I'll talk about all that stuff later. So excuse me if you don't really understand what karmic is and soulmates and all that. I'll have a, you know what I mean, a video and talk about that for y'all too. But just, you know what I mean, the journey of the twin flame is, like I said, it's not easy. It's not fun, but it can be once you guys clear everything in your lives that you need to clear up for y'all to come into union. Again, not keeping the focus on that. You should find happiness and divinity within yourself, and be happy in standing within your divinity. Once you are happy and standing in your divinity, and you are able to flow through life and transmute these energies from negative sources, and, you know what I mean, move and ascend and keep your connection with spirit as intact as possible, then, you know what I mean, try and be as best a person as you can on a daily basis, things will fall into place divinely, because it is a divinely guided and protected connection. You know what I mean? No one can harm what's meant for you, period, point blank. And your twin is your other half. So if you really met your twin, the focus shouldn't be on them, because at some point you and your twin will be together, and you have to have blind faith and trusting in that. You have to really begin to trust in your intuition. You have to really begin to trust in your gut feeling. You have to really be able to use your practical mind and your spiritual mind to understand your connection and your dynamic. Not everybody's connection is going to be the same, just like everybody's life experiences aren't going to be the same. But even within the differences in, you know, our experiences, there are still similarities. And the similarities within the twin flame journey, number one, is just it is highly spiritual. It's a highly spiritual journey. It's about accepting the darkness within yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror, and removing those toxic traits. That's, you know, that's the basis of it. You have to be able to look your darkness in there, do that shadow work. You're going to go through the dark night of the soul. It's going to be sleepless nights. It's going to be days and nights of understanding who and what you are. You're going to be breaking generational curses. That's one of the key and main things about it. You guys are high vibrational beings, and you guys are meant to help with the vibration elevation of the entire world, the entire universe. You know what I mean? We are essentially, you know, part of the Aquarius age of new leaders, you know, and our love is going to be the ones that, you know, restructures the way we treat each other as a whole. It's going to be about love. And that's what the journey is about also. Unconditional love. Unconditionally loving yourself and unconditionally loving the things that have happened to you and the people around you. Also knowing when to cut the cord. Also knowing when to remove those energies around you, but still keeping an unconditional love and compassion within the situation so that you aren't blocking your heart chakra. You have to do this and maintain all your chakras being clear. It's challenges in this, just like it's challenges in life. But if you are on a twin flame journey, you own it because you're strong enough to get through it. I figured that out, and now I stand in my power, and I know my twin is standing in her power, or at least learning how to stand in her power, because it's a true 5D connection. You guys will connect and commune in the 5D a lot. Y'all will, you know what I mean, have conversations and talk to each other in the 5D a lot until it's ready to come down in the 3D. It's not really something that you could go around talking about to people unless you trust, you know what I mean? Because not everybody, again, is blessed with such a connection, such an intense, powerful connection. But for the select ones that do, and for the ones that, you know, are trying to figure out what's going on, if they did find one, I hope, you know, what I gave you was a little bit of a helper in figuring out who yours is and if you've met him or not, met him or her. But ask yourself all them questions too. Are you in mission? Are you in touch with both your divine and divine masculine and divine feminine energies? Are you loving yourself? Are there conditions? Those all go hand in hand with it. I love y'all. Y'all be good. Y'all be blessed. Peace.